3, 2, 1. Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is session 22, I believe, of A Pound of Flesh. We'll pick right up where we left off. We have Exo Svalbard, Android 14, ED72, all currently in the Tempest Company headquarters, sub-level, looking at the bullet-riddled corpses of the former chief adjudicator, Brunhilde, and former Vor of the CANYONHEAVY.market and station manager, Yandi. You had, yeah, there we go, there's Yandi, Brunhilde. When you scanned their bodies with the biological scanner, of course, you showed, yeah, they were definitely dead. However, when they were scanned with a cybernetic diagnostic scanner, it was found that they are actually androids, and there is a logic core within their brain. And I think that's exactly where we left off. So, what, if anything, would you like to do with that information?
Who else is in the room with you?
Cutter and
Reedmar?
Reedmar, correct.
Okay, all right. So the leadership is here. Right.
I can actually take these ladies off. Just wanted to show them real quick. So, no, they're dead anyway. They're not important. But Reedmar is quite alive, as is Cutter. And also, as I said off camera there, Reedmar is now officially the station manager. He's still also the head of the Teamsters Local 32819L. And Cutter is still commander of Tempest Company, but he is also the now new Vor of the Golyanova-Ilbratva, having taken over Yandi's position after her death. And it's very early days, of course. It's only been like a day, or is it even still the same day? No, it's kind of like the next day after the big shit hit the fan. So Cutter is in the process of trying to set up a platform, if you will, as to what he's going to do to try to make things better on the station for everybody, you know. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, Cutter. I mean, did you ever suspect that the boss and had this electronic component inside of her?
I'll just double check. No, this is completely taken me by surprise. If we had known that she was not human, well, then she couldn't have had her position in the mafia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no slight to Android 14 or ED72, but
He just kind of looks at them and says, "Well, I don't mean to offend if androids can be offended, but having androids leading human institutions, well, it would not be a very good idea, do you think?"
Not unless you want it to be run efficiently without any major emotional issues.
Edie nods enthusiastically to that comment.
yeah. I'm not sure we need to go there right now. But what are the implications? Is this some kind of, turning to Reedmar? I mean, what does this mean? Is there some kind of new human android race that has been developed somewhere? Is now rearing its head? What's going on? What does this mean? Reedmar. I'm asking Reedmar.
Oh, Reedmar. So Reedmar says, "Well, I mean, we've had problems on the station before with android liberation groups. It's possible that she or these two ladies both may have been involved. I don't know. It seems nefarious, to say the least, that they would be disguised as humans perfectly so.
Walls in the room. I mean,
Wait,
everybody entirely.
That's it. Those two, the three of you.
Yeah, and the bodies.
And the bodies, yeah, the 2 dead bodies.
What? Edie pipes up. What was Yandy's opinion towards these android, I guess, liberationists, these revolutionaries?
Well, she cracked down after the bombing at the icebox. She cracked down. We managed to arrest, I think, was it another 14 or 15 potential agitators, and had them all destroyed.
Now,
Uh, how long ago was that?
What was it? Like a month ago, most.
Yeah, month.
Okay.
now,
Um, one more question. Uh, between then and now, was there did Yandy or Broomhilda, either one of you could well probably Cutter would be the one who might know this. Did their personalities change at all?
Your mic's really quiet. I just noticed. I should have done a sound check before we started, I think. But
How's this?
that's a little better, yeah. Could you rephrase say the question one more time? Sorry,
Oh,
I.
that's fine. Um, did between then when
Mhm.
Yandy cracked down on the revolutionaries, the android revolutionaries, and now, did her or Broomhilda's personality change at all?
No, no, not at all.
Hmm, this is very curious.
And
What
neither one of them have been off the station in many months.
right. So, I turn to 14 and say that, I mean, when we were on that space station, there was some sort of experiments going on, were there not, around new life forms, whenever that
indeed,
was.
indeed, but it was primarily alien life
On-
forms.
Only biological
As
xenomorphs. Okay,
as far as we know, I
right.
thought what would be the last time there would have been any official um, checks of either one of their actual biological. Were there anything where they went into a full medical scanner?
Cutter
Or
walks over and over to a terminal and pulls up medical records and shows that they both had full physical examinations 2 weeks ago. Full
well,
scans, everything.
And
right
nothing.
now, Mr. Cutter, I would or Commander Cutter, I would have that doctor uh, taken for interrogation. Clearly, there's going to be others involved,
Hmm.
and they're covering up for them. And the sooner you lock down on all those people that could have been on the inside, better off you're going to be. When we first got here, I made a quick canvas to see if there was any Android only societies, just to see if there were, if you could be among your own type. It'd been a long time, and then within minutes there was the explosions. So I was cleared of anything because we had just gotten here, and no one's contacted me since. But yeah, I would definitely suspect that doctor and his staff. Clearly,
Do,
are these active? He's going to go back and check those nodes and see if they're still active.
Nodes.
They the
or
brains to see
Oh,
if
the
they've
logic
transmitted.
cores.
Yeah, they might still be transmitting.
I gotcha. They're not. No, although I mean,
do they look like implants, or do they look more organic? Do they look like they were put there, or do they look like they are
give
naturally?
me do you want to actually open it up and take a look? I mean, it's already been opened up to some extent and looked at, but what skill would that be? Bu- you could give me either a cybernetics or a
Engineering?
biology.
Okay. Cybernetics. Do I have any of this? I don't think I have any of these, so I will.
Cybernetics or biology. Just looking to see if there's anything else.
Not
Engineering. Okay,
robotic.
you can do engineering, but you're going to roll it with a disadvantage.
Okay.
You can do engineering at a disadvantage.
Okie dokie.
Can I
'Cause
assist him
it's
with
a
that?
real stress. No.
Okay.
A 10 and a 72.
So
Sadly.
72 sticks.
Yeah. Oh well.
Can't tell.
No.
It would require
But that,
it require probably a cyberneticist or a surgeon, maybe surgery could work as well, or a biologist.
our
Have
friend.
cyberneticist on board?
No, Dr. Velke was a cyberneticist, but I think, but he's not. He's still not turned up since the big
Well,
battle.
14 has biology, pathology, surgery, jury rigging, and guess hacking. Maybe.
Give me a
Yeah.
give me a surgery roll. That's probably your best one of the bunch.
Yeah, I was going to tell them if they don't mind, I'm just going to go ahead and remove those nodes. Not for myself, but just to take them out and take a better look.
Yeah, you can.
19.
Nice.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Well under.
So you're able to extract the first logic core. Who did you take, Yandi's or Brunhilde's?
Yeah,
Yandi's.
seniority first.
So you take out Yandi's. You have to cut away. You actually literally have to cut out parts of the brain to get to it. And you realize in the process of doing so that this thing has not been surgically planted here. If anything, it looks like the brain might have grown around it. But give me a cybernetics roll.
Cybernetic. I wish I could. I don't have it.
Oh,
Fall back on intelligence.
yeah, disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Here we go. First
That's what I'm
one.
doing from now on. Whenever there's a skill roll, you don't have the skill, you're gonna roll. You can roll it just the base stat, but you're gonna roll with disadvantage because it seems otherwise like
First one's
people
a
with high stats
26.
just can do anything. So
The second one, the 21.
okay,
So I have a success.
all right. It would seem the way the logic core is well has grown into the brain, or the brain has grown around the logic core. It connects to all of the various biological bits of this human like body. Um, just like a logic core would normally wire through the body of an android, except for instead of in place of wires and such as it's got actual biological parts. It would seem like to be from the outside and from any kind of biological scans and tests, they would seem to be 100% human. And also, you can determine based upon this as you're examining this, there is absolutely no way to detect one of these until the individual is dead and you use a cybernetic scanner, because the living brain would block out any kind of scans from cybernetic diagnostics and stuff of that sort. So it is, in a way, like the perfect infiltrator.
Yeah. It's a new life form.
Well, Commander Cutter and Manager Reedmar, as you know, I'm not able to lie, so I would offer that
Cutter
this
chuckles
is
at that.
not this is not an inserted or a replacement piece or an upgrade. In fact, it looks like the tissue's grown around it. So one would suspect that they started with the core and then grew a body around it in a vat.
Mm.
Because I don't think you're going to be able to decipher whether it's a human or not based upon reading until they're dead. My initial thought would be, why start something if there's not something to start? So if it's not that big a deal and you can't tell who's who, is it really a big deal? I don't know that there's anything you can do about it at this point. I don't know of a way. You have these nodes, and I can remove the other one as well. Maybe there's some frequency that they get off, but I suspect that this is completely covert in that it's camouflaged to reflect biological, so it's going to always read as human.
Mm. Well, I guess there's not much more that we can do about it at the moment, but it's
I would
all
suspect that
very valuable
you
information.
could you could go ahead and kill the doctor. I mean, capture the doctor that last said that they were human, and interrogate them, and then kill them in the end, and we can do a autopsy on them. If they end up
Hmm.
having a node, then you know there's a conspiracy. If they're
Indeed.
if it's not, then you just know he was just a regular guy that made a mistake.
I, I'm not going to disagree with 14 in his analysis and assessment about the doctor. However, I think we might be making a few assumptions about how um, the organic tissue grew around these logic cores. Um, and I think we might want to see if we can tap into these logic cores to see if we can decipher what the programming code, is actually designed to do. Is this some sort of nefarious covert infiltration? Is this or what? I think we need to investigate more and further before we make any kind of assumptions on what this is.
Hmm. Oh,
I
that's
would
very good.
suspect that if somebody went to so much trouble to camouflage these as being human so they're undetectable, that at some point, imagine these are going to blow up or melt or something like that. So you should investigate as quick as possible, because I
Mm,
suspect if you dig too much into them, they're going to blow up in your face.
fair
Well,
enough. He turns on flips a switch on his console. Says, Sergeant, yeah, take a few men down, arrest Dr. Alhassan, take him over to headquarters for interrogation, and send a science team over here as well. I need them to contain a situation and remove a couple of samples to a lab. And then he clicks off. Says, well, thank you very much. I appreciate your assistance, XO. He just kind of ignores the two androids for the most part. Thank you for your assistance, XO. I thought, given the efforts of your team to help secure the station, you deserved to get a look at this, especially since well, you also had such recent direct involvement with these two individuals. You're free to
Well,
go.
yeah,
Um,
we'd like to get to the bottom of it. If we can be of assistance and get to the bottom of this, I know you've now started your teams working on this, but we're here to help.
oh, and one more thing before you go, XO. I know you're already a member of uh, Reedmar's union here. However,
Yeah.
for the efforts yourself, your captain, and your crew, I wish to reward you with the rank of operator, rank 5 in the Tempest Company mercenaries. And he pulls out a little, like a patch type thing and hands it to you. It's a operator patch, Tempest Company,
I take it,
R5.
put it in my lap as I sit in my wheelchair, and thank him. It's to both of you. It's honor to serve both organizations. Did that money get transferred, by the way?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
the most important question, right? Um, Edie is actually going to speak up a little bit here in
Mm.
interject. Uh, I think it might be useful to look at Andy and Broomhilda's history, a complete analysis of you know their birth history to date, where they've been, where they've gone, who they may have come in contact with. Um, I'm very I find all this very curious, and I don't think we should be making any assumptions as of yet.
Well,
Knowing full well Cutter's probably not looking at her as she speaks.
he says, we'll be taking care of. No, he does look at you as you speak, actually. I mean, he's dismissive of androids, but he doesn't like completely ignore you. He just he'd rather interact with your commander is all. But he says, yeah, He says, "Well, XO, if you and your team want to access any more information, you may want to go down to the CANYONHEAVY.market. Talk to Angus there."
We shall. And what do you expect we're going to discover there?
Well, I'll be taking care of my own investigations on behalf of the station. I just meant for your own personal information, if you wanted, if you were so
Oh,
curious.
we are
Um,
curious. Very curious lot.
CANYONHEAVY.market it's an information broker, basically a hacking collective. Do you ever play Mass Effect? It's like
Yeah.
shadow broker type stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess that's where. Can somebody wheel me out of here?
Yeah. So they'll dismiss you anyway from the
Oh,
headquarters.
one other question. So, you know, I was seriously injured. I've somewhat recovered. I don't know if there are any medical treatment facilities or treatments themselves that the leadership here may be able to give me to help heal me a little faster. Is that possible or not?
Oh. Um. Yeah, I'd imagine so. They could get you some top of the line medical
Yeah, man.
assistance.
So let's say after we go down to the market, if I can book an appointment to continue to get some medical treatment, I've still
Yeah.
got 40 hit points to gain.
Oof.
So
Yeah. They can do that. They can send you to because you were in the hospital here already. They can just put you back in that hospital if you wish, and yeah, you can undergo treatments there. We can go
yeah,
through some
I mean,
dice rolls
I'm
to see.
I'm okay. 14 and ED72. I mean, I don't know. I'm cool to come with you guys, but I would like to go and seek this treatment so that I can get these hit points back before we like get into a scrap where I have 20 hit points.
Right.
Um,
Or
And you'd like to get out of the wheelchair too, I'm sure.
yeah, I'd like to stand again. So I'd like to walk again. So if you guys are welcome, do you want to go down to the market? Do you think that's worth doing? And if so, then I'm going to take my appointment.
I think we must. Well, if we're, I'm going to say this when I know we're out of earshot.
Yeah, they're
I would
gone.
like very, very much to see if we can get access to their databases. I am, while I respect 14's analysis, I think there's a lot of unknowns here, and I'd like to find out as much as humanly possible. There's a possibility that these were implanted a Yandy when she was very young, and this sort of grew around her. It's a possibility that Yandy was grown in a vat. It's a possibility that this could have happened recently of Yandy's own device, and who knows? There's just so much we don't know. I want to actually, I would have loved to have an opportunity to interface with the logic cores, but I have a feeling the Tempest Company and the Novos aren't going to allow me to do that. So I think talking to people who know about hacking
Right.
and assist us with this would be very useful. Um, and yeah, I will. I don't want to bet a game, so I'll just stop right there.
So, I'm going to go to physio then. If you guys want to head to Angus, is that cool with you? 14.
uh, 14's willing to go back to the ship and get back to ship business if he's not needed anymore.
Yeah.
And Ed 72 instinctively gives a anime girl frown. Oh, but we'll head towards the market, the Canyon Heavy Market on her own.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to wheel myself to physio.
Excellent. So he goes to physio.
With the added income, first thing that the financial officer for the ship's going to do is pay a couple months rent on the mortgage.
Okay. How much you gonna
Great.
pay?
Good idea.
What was our running total from all that was thrown at us?
Fuck if I know, man. I would assume you would have written that
It
down
a lot of money.
or look in the notes. I
I
don't
got a
know, man. I mean, I'm not. I got enough
I got a
stuff to
ton of
take care of
I got a
myself.
ton of notes written down here. Um, what was our minimum payment per month? It was like 7 or
16.666666 million credits. Yeah, 16 to
Each
2/3
month?
million credits per
We have to
month.
come up with each
Mhm.
month? Okay. All right, well, we got 100 and something, I know, in one of those blinks. Let's go ahead and pay 3 months.
You got 100 and something. What are you talking about? 100 something.
Hold on. I'm gonna figure out my notes. You go on with the rest of the people. I'll figure out
Okay.
the numbers.
I thought it was in the teens,
Well, I
but
wanted to go on with you so we could get the other guys into the game, but I guess we can't do that yet. So we'll go on to ED instead. All right. ED, you go to the Canyon Heavy Market. Let's see. So you were at the Tempest Company headquarters, number 8 there on the map. Where's the Canyon Heavy Market? Number 6. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cool. Got it. The station is, yeah, it's still a bit of a mess all over the place. I mean, there's signs of war and vandalism and all kinds of things. There's still heavy mercenary company patrolling going on just to make sure that the current state of order is maintained and that things don't kick off again. Um, many of the Hung Lung agitators have been arrested and are currently kind of going through. They're in holding at the moment, waiting to see what fate is determined for them by the commander of the station. Um, but that's part of the negotiations currently going on between the Golyanova, Ilbratva, and the people in the choke, and who are still now more openly so being represented by the Solarian Church. Um, but that's all politics. We don't need to get into all that. So when you get to the Canyon Heavy Market, you know what? Should I pull up a? No, I won't put up a map because these maps all have spoilers on them. I wish people would make more spoiler-free maps for their games, but okay. Canyon Heavy Market. So this is an intergalactic haven for hackers run by prodigy hacker Angus. I even have an image for Angus, don't I? Fairly sure I do. Yeah, that's what Angus looks like.
Sweet.
It's effectively the intelligence apparatus of the Golyanova Ilbratva, but is also a renowned and feared information brokerage and hacking collective in its own right. Access is restricted to vetted clients first met in a private booth at the Stellar Burn, but we can forego all of that because you've been given permission, you've been given a pass to come down here from Station Commander Cutter. So when you get down there, you the entrance brings you. Let me double check. Where's the entrance to? Yeah. Okay, so first place you come into is what's called the battle stations. It's a 0G area, large 0G, basically a sphere-shaped workspace coated in multi-terminal workstations. There are dozens of hollering console cowboys underlit in neon green, kicking off and drifting between the terminals, commentating the current clan game in slang, incomprehensible to outsiders. There's a huge scoreboard floating in the center of the room. Air is filled with Daytona smoke and crushed cadre cola cans. So at the moment, there seems to be some big, massive online game going on here that these people are all taking part in. Daytona. What the hell was Daytona again? I know it's one of the many drugs here. Daytona. Oh yeah, Daytona gives people the opportunity to go first in initiative, and they get extra action. So yeah, it's like speed. You've
Well,
got once you arrive there, there is a like kind of like a security person, if you will, or a reception individual, I guess, a manager who comes down, floats down to you, kind of gravity boots activating once they reach the wall of the sphere next to the entrance where you've come in. Do you have gravity boots on ED-72, or are you just floating?
I do not. I will be floating.
Mm. He'll check your credentials basically, and once he realizes you have a direct invitation from or pass from Commander Cutter, he will lead you to the opposite side of the sphere from the entrance in which you came, guiding you. He kind of says, "Here, hold on." He says, "Do you have any 0G experience?"
Uh, I used to, and then I inhabited this form.
I see. All right, so he'll guide you, take your arm and kind of kick off the wall and float across the opposite side, um, where another door will open up that leads into the Canyon Heavy data cache, also 0G, a humming nest of servers and terminals with the atmosphere of a church. Um, there are 10 Golyanova Ilbratva. At first you think they're droogs because they've got all the kind of markings, the tattoos of the mafia and stuff. However, you realize that they are actually wearing Tempest Company uniforms as well, so maybe they're a little bit of both. Um, they are all armed with like pulse rifles and stuff. They seem to be in charge of security here. Um, they kind of see the battle stations manager who's brought you in. One of them will approach and check, and he'll explain, yeah, this young lady, he kind of smiles and winks at the sexbot android beside him, is here to speak with Angus with a pass directly from Commander Cutter himself. They check it to make sure it's authentic. At first, maybe doubting a bit, but then realize, oh, it's all clear. Um, and they guide you to, well, using 0G, guide you to another nearby door leading into Angus's office. Angus's office is much smaller than either of the previous two rooms you're in. The biggest room being the battle stations because it's a big dome-shaped room, whereas the or sorry, more like a ball-shaped room, right? Wasn't it? It was like yeah, a sphere-shaped. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, brain. Whereas the data cache was more kind of like cathedral-like, and now you come into this cramped, dingy-looking office. Also, again, there's no gravity in here. It's crammed with blinking terminals, mechanical keyboards, discarded takeout boxes from Henzo's floating through the air. And the data broker himself, Angus, is here. And he will greet you and dismiss the station manager. Says ED72, correct?
That is correct.
Cutter told me you were coming down here.
That is correct, Mr. Angus.
He said I was to provide you with any information I could regarding Yandy and Chief Adjudicator Brunhilde.
I would like their full data file, everything that you have on them, medical records, history, education records, disciplinary, anything and everything you have. It's very important to the safety of the station.
Of course,
By the
I'll
way,
provide you with their
I
full files.
I find this place very interesting. Um, may I access it?
Access what?
This, and I'm just gonna wave my arms around to like, especially the church. And when I do that,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's almost real.
To
I
the
get kind
server room behind you. Yeah, basically.
of, yeah, yeah.
He
Basic.
says no.
What can I do to do that? To earn the right to do that?
Well, maybe if you work for me for a long time and prove yourself to be loyal, I might consider it. But no, there's far too much information here. It'd be extremely dangerous, probably even for yourself.
Oh, I sincerely doubt that. I would like to work for you.
Would you? Well,
Yes. If it'll lead me to access this server room, um, while I don't quite fully understand why the others are wasting their time with whatever video game that was. There is a lot of information contained here.
mm, indeed, there is. Yes, and hopefully there will be even more once I get my hand on those logic cores.
The logic course from Yandy and Broomhilda.
Oh yes, yes, I'm interested to see what can be learned from examining them.
I would have assumed Cutter would allow you to take a look at them.
Oh, he will. He will. But patience is a virtue, they say. I have never claimed to be virtuous.
I just kind of take my arms and just kind of like wave them towards my form. Apparently not myself either.
He pulls a like the equivalent of like a little flash drive type thing out of a terminal and hands it to you. He says, "There you go. There's everything we have on Yandy and Brunhilde. However, I think the part you will find most interesting, given the current situation, is this here. And he points at his terminal to some information that he has pulled up. He says, before Yandy came here and joined the Golyanova Ilbratva, quickly working her way up the ranks, of course. But prior to that, she was working as a, let me see what the term is called for it. I'm trying to remember words. My brain.
Hooker.
No, shut the fuck up. God damn it. Oh, Jesus, that just threw me off now. Where the hell was I? Yeah, anyway, she worked as a, I think they're called divers. I'm going to call it divers for the moment. She was a diver at the Cloud Bank Synthetics Production Facility.
What is that?
Well, I will tell you. Cloud Bank Synthetics Production Facility, now more commonly referred to as the Deep, it was a massive Android factory. It was the largest and most prolific in the galaxy until problems caused it to be shut down and cordoned off uh, due to its potential danger to the rest of the galaxy, to the rest of well, mankind, I suppose, as you will. It is said, and I have it on very good authority here, that the reason the facility was closed down was because its industrial AI took over the facility and began producing its own perfected models of androids at an extremely high pace. When the people who had built the facility decided to activate their safety switch, which was a nuclear warhead at the core of the station, they found that it had already been deactivated and repurposed, presumably by the AI known simply as Monarch. Now, give me a sanity save.
Okay. I'm loving
As
this.
he's telling you all of this.
I rolled a 68, and oh, my sanity is a 28.
Okay, roll a d10, please. No, sorry, roll 2d10, please.
11.
Okay, add 11 points of stress.
Whoa!
What's your stress at?
It is now at 16.
Okay, give me a panic check, please.
Oh my God. Panic check was at what am I
Oh,
rolling?
panic check. Let me double check. I think you need to roll 2d10. Sorry, guys, my brain is fucked up. I probably shouldn't even be
Yeah.
running games, but I want to do something.
No. No.
Panic checks, I think, was 2d10, and you need to roll under your stress.
That's
No, no,
that's
you need
what.
to roll over your stress. Sorry, yeah, something like that. Because the higher your stress, the worse. Um,
Okay. I rolled this an 11, but I have a resolve of 2, which would reduce the stress to 14,
no,
right?
resolve doesn't do that. Resolve is for changing the panic effect.
Oh, right. Okay.
Um,
Well, I failed. I failed. I failed.
so when
I
you make
rolled
a
an 11.
stress check, you roll, yeah, 2d10. If you roll over your current stress, you don't panic. But you rolled 2d10 and did not. So you do panic. We move on to step 2. Um, I need to pull up my Android chart for panic. Let me find it here. Mothership. I think I have it in supplemental or play stuff. Play stuff. Androids. No, maybe it's in supplemental. Android origins. Yeah, I think that's the one. I think that's got the Android panic chart. Yes, it does. Okay, now you get to roll 2d10 and add your stress.
Right. Okay. So that's 13. 15. 15.
15.
Oh
So
no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm adding my stress.
yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then it would be a 29. My bad.
29. Now, because you have a resolve of 2, you can, let's see, if resolve brings you back effect. Yeah, resolve provides a -1 to all, every point of resolve provides a -1, so it goes down by 2 points. So you had a 29, so it goes down to 27, right?
Okay.
Okay, compound data corruption. Roll twice. Alternatively, you can go with the 29, which is data corruption. Warden takes over your character permanently. Or firmware malfunction is 28, where you roll a d10 on this table and all whatever behavior roll is permanent. Or you can just roll twice as the compound data corruption. Your choice, which would not be permanent. So you can have roll twice on the chart, have one permanent thing, or have your corruption, have your data corrupted, and I take over your character. You become an NPC. And
Oh man. Oh man. Well, I don't. I want to.
so as soon as he says the word monarch, the word
Okay.
flashes up in your brain. You see monarch in this like red, like industrial, like almost glowing text, like neon, like, um, and then you see like a single red, like Hal, like eye from you remember Hal from 2001: Space Odyssey. Anybody know?
Yes.
And you
Yes.
see that, and you hear monarch, and your whole body like starts to twitch, and you think you may be having problems with your cybernetics malfunctioning with the biological components of this android body. And yeah, so which one are you going with? You going with the
I'm
two
gonna. I'm
temporary
gonna.
panic effects, or
I'm gonna go with the 2 temporary panic effects.
okay? So roll again, 2d10 plus your stress.
Oh God. 62. That's a 78. And
Wait, no, no,
the
no, no,
next one.
2d10, not
Oh.
percentiles. 2d10.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. So that would have been. So I've been 9. 25, and then I rolled. Well, I rolled another 25. So 2 25s.
Well, you got to roll again. You can't say effect twice.
Oh, okay. Works for me. So 8, so 11, 27. So 25 and
Roll,
27.
roll, roll again because you already did that one.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So now a 26. So 25 and 26.
Okay, so first thing happens is your logic core fries and you have frenzied nonsensical behavior. So you start spazzing out. The 26 effect is you have damage to threat assessment. Betray party members at the next opportunity. Believe you are aiding the crew. All stress gained is increased by 1d10 for the next 1d10 hours.
Oh my
So you
God.
start spazzing out, and Angus panics a bit too, like realizing what the hell's going on. And he reaches for a device, um, brings it up to you, and he's going to try to. I guess it's going to require an attack because you're not going to just let him come up and blast you with some kind of electrical device. So it's going to be an opposed roll.
Okay.
Combat.
I have military training, so
Okay.
I failed. I rolled a 54 to my 46.
Okay. Whew, thank goodness. So he blasts you with this device. Give me a let's call it a body save. Um,
Oh,
you take 5 points of damage.
okay.
And what'd you roll on your body save?
I rolled 91. I failed.
91. Okay, and it shuts you down temporarily. Essentially, he just jabbed you with some device that shockwaved you through like a personal EMP within your own circuits for the moment. Knocks you out.
Okay.
Now, keep in
Uh,
mind, um, you do still have that betray your party members at the next opportunity thing. Just don't forget,
okay.
believing that you're aiding them.
Right. Right. Well, I've just learned the name of God,
Indeed,
Monarch.
indeed.
Awesome.
And 14. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes, he's only going to make 1 month payment, and then get back to the ship.
Okay. Now, oh, I haven't even added an image yet for this one, have I? So we got Etheridge there. You do have a response, somebody who is responded to your call for crew. And just to keep it simple for game purposes, so we don't have to wait any longer than necessary. Oh, I need to actually save the image. We're going to say he's there waiting for you outside the ship when you arrive. But let me, I got to pull up Chris's image real quick because he sent it to me today and I haven't saved it yet. There it is. See, we want to open the image. I need to save it as Damien. Needs to go into the Pound of Flesh characters folder. Yes, save. Perfect. Now I can add it to, I'll take Angus off the screen too. He doesn't need to be there. Now I can
Angus
add
is
it
pretty
here.
freaky looking.
Put it here in place of Vince.
They're all a bit freaky looking.
Indeed.
Where is he now? Damien. Pow. Okay. And let's see here. Ooh. Oops. Come on.
He's enormous.
There. That seems good.
The Unabomber.
Now, this gentleman is standing outside. Oh, I forgot to put 14 on the screen. I thought I did put, yeah, where's.
Knocked me off when you did
Oh,
the Damien.
no. Yeah, for some reason it put you in place of his. Hold on. See what I mean? This is my struggle. Let's fix that
Struggle is
again.
real.
There's 14. Damn it. This is the one that I thought I was replacing in the first place. I wondered how the hell he got up there. I was like, why is he positioned over there?
Man.
There we go. That looks good. Good enough for government work. Now, that man. There you go. So 14, you get back to the ship. Janus.
Yes, yeah.
Etheridge is is aboard the ship. Etheridge, you've been going over all of your diagnostic stuff. The ship is in tip-top shape, ready to launch. There's no issues, no damage. You have actually been refueled as well, free of charge, as basically on behalf of the Teamsters local. They decided to give you a free full tank of gas. So the ship has been and your galley has also been restocked to maximum capacity. Which maximum capacity, I believe, is 600 days worth of food. Yep. Now that's 600 people's days worth of food. Doesn't mean 600 days for
Sure.
6 people, but yeah. My pencil is gone. What the hell? There we go. Yeah. So there you go. You now have a full tank of gas and a full galley. And Damien, as you're kind of approaching this, the ship that's looking for help, has been advertising. Oops, Jesus Christ, wrong button. You'll see Android 14 approaching as well, who is recognizable as the person who put out the advertisement for the work, your contact basically for working aboard the ship.
Did this is it Strakan? Strakan?
Straken.
Strachan.
Strakan. Did you respond digitally or did you just show up?
I'm there in person.
Okay. So 14 doesn't know you're there. Okay, very good. May I help you, sir?
Yeah. Are you the person from the advert? You're looking for hired help.
I did put out several adverts. Which one are you responding to?
One for crew for the ship.
The geologist position?
Yes.
Interesting. I see your credentials, sir.
I'll just hand them over.
Very good. You understand with all the recent issue, we're going to do a little security check first before I bring you on board the ship.
That's fine. I'm actually trying to get away from all of this kerfuffle. It's ruined my business here.
Would imagine so. And what was your business, sir?
Tinkering, fixing, scavenge goods, repairs, that kind of thing.
Ah, very good. All right, so he's going to do he's going to run a quick check on him, make sure he is who he says he is.
I assume he is. Damien, yeah? Anything strange about your records if he checks you out?
Only the occasional non-cash transaction. He has an interest in esoteric and foreign things. So sometimes it's for it might get paid in parts or knowledge or something rather than straight cash.
Right.
Now, Android 14 is going to give him a quick once over. Does he look like he came to work? Is he wearing his boots? Is he carrying his sea bag, or did he just show up?
He's got a backpack and that's about it.
All right, Mr. Damien. When he's looking at it, was he on a ship previous to this, or was he just working at the station?
No, it's just a station.
Very good. Come on board, and we'll talk some more, and I'll introduce you to the remains of the crew. Do you require any sustenance?
Not at this time.
Very good. They'll walk on board and start showing them around. They'll throw the ship up. And yeah.
What? I
Ship.
can't hear you.
You want to throw the ship?
Oh, throw the ship up. Yeah, shit. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why I can barely hear you sometimes. You're like, are you away from your mic or something?
How about now?
That's better, yeah. That's much sharper. You were really kind of muffled sounding almost before, like there's something between you and the mic. The ship. I'm looking at the wrong total place here.
Is it better like this?
Yeah, much better. Wow, that's nice and smooth even. You almost sound good.
Almost human.
Almost.
Right?
Not quite as human as Yandy and Brunhilde.
Indeed.
So.
Okay. We normally hook up where we were hooked up on the port side, the left side. So Sci-fi hydroponics. So we'll start there. You figure you fill more of an ops position or an engineering position? Mentioned something about geology.
I have knowledge of geology, computers, archaeology.
Very nice. I would like to steer the ship's interest away from combat and more into science, exploring and dealing with ore and such. Very well. We'll carry on and we'll go through the various sections of the ship, see who we can find. Who's on board the ship?
Okay. Take him aboard the ship. Of course, Janice is there. Oh, I'm sorry. There's somebody else here too. How could I forget? Maybe.
XO?
Yeah. No.
The XO's in the hospital, right?
XO's in the hospital.
The robot's not.
There we go. Mr. Gutsy. Not Mr. Gutsy. Hamlet. Mr. Gutsy 2.0 technically, but he's Hamlet is his name.
This is one of our engineers, Hamlet.
He is your engineer.
Indeed.
If the XO is moving on to other duties, says Hamlet, I believe that this is my place in engineering now, serving the ship.
Indeed. It's always nice to have a second engineer.
Happy to serve.
This is Damien. He's a general able body with some experience in sciences that we are in desperate need of.
Ah, science. We can never have enough scientists on board.
Indeed. Okay, we'll show them all of the stuff, the non-clandestine stuff, and we'll sit down and break out the paperwork and put him on the tablet and start doing all the official forms and such.
Hamlet says, Damien, has anyone ever said you look like a King Lear to me?
I have not heard that name, no.
Ah, well, any daughters?
No.
Ah. You don't go out screaming at the wind on the moor often, do you?
No, I don't leave the station very often.
Okay, good to know. I'm back to engineering. Thank you. Welcome aboard.
Janice, you're on the bridge, yeah?
Yep.
So Janice, there is, yeah, you're being hailed from the CANYONHEAVY.market.
Okay.
It's just a direct hail to the ship. It's not a hail to anybody in particular. It's a hail directly to your ship.
Okay.
So you open up the channel.
Yep.
It's Angus. Says, zero credibility. Who am I speaking to? This is Angus at the CANYONHEAVY.market.
The Etheridge.
Say it again. You were couldn't hear.
This is Etheridge.
Oh, Etheridge. Are you in command over there?
That would be Android 14 who's in charge.
Okay. Can you patch me through to him, please?
I throw the patchwork into.
Yep. So 14, you're back in. You said you were down by hydroponics, right? Or
We made our way all the way back up to the general meeting area where you could fill out paperwork.
the galley area, I suppose. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you're getting a ping from the bridge from Janice.
Dude, let me for you. Patch it through.
All right. And it's Angus. Angus is on there. It says, this is Android
Sir,
14.
how can I help you?
Yeah,
Yes.
there seems to be a problem here with your sex bot. She just went berserk in the market here. I don't know what the hell is wrong with her, but I've had to temporarily disable her.
See. Was there some sort of assault?
Well, I stopped her before anything bad could happen, but she seemed to have yeah, I don't know, just have had a malfunction in the process of having a conversation. I had given her the information, which I believe you or your captain had requested on the previous station manager and adjudicator. Anyway, I guess I mean I don't know. You're in charge? Are you acting captain?
I'm the ship servitor, and I act in the stead of the ship. Yes.
Okay. Well, I have her here. I mean, I can see what I can do, but I thought perhaps you should know anyway before I start taking her apart to find out what's wrong with her.
Absolutely. Please keep me advised whatever you find. I don't have currently I don't have a cybernetist on board, so if you would do an initial triage and get back to me.
And he gets
very
this
much appreciate
almost
it.
creepy looking smile on his face. He says, "Happy to help," and he logs out.
All right. Well,
Oh, poor ED-72. You're going to be stripped apart and examined by an information broker. He's going to fucking download everything he can get out of your system.
Ah, great.
Oh. Exo Svalbard. Now, we'll cut over to, let's take Hamlet off here and put Exo back up. There we go. Take off 14, Etheridge. And so Exo Svalbard, you're back at the hospital to do some recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check here for the. It's a body save, right? But okay, what is your body save currently?
Body saved. It's 30.
Okay, because you're in here getting the best treatment, I'm going to give you a plus 20 to that, so it raises up to 50, and you get to roll with advantage. So give me a roll.
Well, I rolled a 13 on the first roll, so
13 under 50. So the first day in treatment, you are going to regain 37 hit points.
Oh wow, I'm almost I'm 3 under normal, so I'm feeling good.
So you're going to only be in here for basically 8 hours, and then you'll be able to be released.
Right.
In the meantime, yeah, is there anything you want to do from within? You're limited, of course, to what you can do, but you can access a terminal. You can, if there's anything.
No, I mean I just want to stay in touch with 14 and with Hamlet to make sure that engineering systems are okay and to get an update from 14. Let's talk to 14 about what's going on the ship.
Okay. 14. You're being hailed
Yes.
again on your communicator.
It's the XO 14 update.
The sex bot ran into some complications while dealing with the information merchant.
Too much sex?
No, I think it was some sort of perhaps malicious software or hardware issue. I don't
Oh
have
my.
I don't have the expertise to deal with it. Though I suspect we should pull in a favor and have the powers that we still have good tidings with to call Angus and tell him not to
Yeah.
do anything malicious to our property.
Well, why don't I call Reedmar and have ED-72 secured and sent back to the ship?
He's physically damaged.
What's happened?
Yes, of course. That I don't know. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I'll ping Reedmar.
Very well.
All right. 14
All right.
off. With
And
the up there as well.
I'll be back. I'll be back soon.
Reedmar. You want to ping Reedmar? There's
Yep.
Reedmar.
Reedmar.
XO, I thought you were going to the hospital to recuperate.
Oh, I am. And thank you to you and Cutter for the great. I'm just looking now up at the friendly faces of your medical staff here. I'm feeling great, so much appreciated. But I hear that our ED-72 crew member has had an unfortunate malfunction.
Yes, he said I got some kind of a report from Cutter to say that she had some kind of a near fatal system error. He said he's working to recover her as best he can currently.
Good. Well, I think once he's done the minimal amount of work to recover her, 14 and the rest of our team are certainly able to restore her to full capacity. So once she's stable, I would say if I can please ask that she's returned to the ship, that would be much appreciated. She's an important member of the crew.
Yes, certainly can.
All right. Okay. Secret handshake through the FaceTime type thing. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks for everything. Bye,
No
Reedmar.
problem. So he signs out.
I just let 14 know that, as soon as they stabilize her, she'll be returned to the ship.
Very good.
Okay. And I think that's a good place to take our bio break.
A break.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was interesting.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Matt.
No, it's all good. Monarch. I want to know what that is now. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do. And it's going to be a bit of an obsession, I think, for your character as well.
I read you loud and clear. Planned it. I'm already planning it. That's awesome.
Very cool. I don't smoke anymore, so I guess I will look for an image here. Now that I have an idea more as to which way this is going. I had all kinds of job offers for you from Angus, but we didn't get that far. He's got lots of. You can do lots of work for him. You can work for just about any of the major NPCs in this Pound of Flesh setting. It's pretty cool.
You say you're not
Angus,
smoking anymore?
no, I ran out of weed on Friday, and I quit smoking cigarettes on. When did I run out of cigarettes? Tuesday? No, not Tuesday.
Nice.
Shit. No, like Thursday. Like 2 days ago. This is my second day without cigarettes. Didn't have any cigarettes Friday. Didn't have any cigarettes today. So yeah, Thursday. I decided not to buy any more tobacco for now. I'm gonna try to stay off the tobacco. I'm not making any promises on the weed front, but I'll just have to smoke blunts instead of joints. That's all.
Hey, it
Right.
works for me.
They
No,
are my
seriously.
favorite.
That's what I did. For the first like 3 weeks of stopping smoking, I literally just, if I had an urge for a cigarette, smoke a blunt.
Oh no, that you know what? I did that back when I quit smoking a long time ago back in Chicago. And it's funny because I stayed off the cigarettes for 11 years that time. But yeah, whenever I'd fiend for a cigarette, I'd just smoke a little like a one hitter or something. I didn't. When I say blunts, I'm talking about European blunts. A European blunt is just a joint without any tobacco in it, right? So whereas what we call a joint is what most people call a spliff. So um, I'm not
Well, I
Snoop
don't like
Dogg.
it.
I'm not fucking Ice Cube. I'm not gonna be like. But
So in Toronto during the lockdown, every other new business in the city is a dispensary because Canada is about 5 years into completely legal weed, right? It's about 5 years now. So you walk down the street and every other new shop after a shop closes is a weed dispensary. It's just awash in cannabis, this place.
wow. Oh yeah.
That's not a bad thing. So at least there's that.
That's right. I think we're ranked. Wasn't there a new poll? Canada, the number one country in the world, and I think the cannabis part of it must have played a big role in that.
Number one, what like quality of life?
Country, yeah, quality of life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I believe it. I'm looking for. Damn, I know there was a patch. Why can't I find it? Why can't I find it? I know it's out there. There it is. That's exactly what I wanted. Save image as.
According to European sources, the number one is from number 1 to 8 is Switzerland, Denmark, Netherlands, Finland, Australia, Australia, Iceland, Germany. But according to US news, number one is Canada, then Denmark, Sweden, and Norway.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
All right. Cool, I've got that.
Apparently, Americans think higher of Canada than the world does.
Yeah, we're more like Scandinavians in a weird way. Canada, it's kind of odd, you know. Like I personally get along with
Socially
Finns.
speaking, anyway. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like Swedes and Norwegians and Danes and Finns. I think we have a lot of affinity towards them. It's all the snow and the hockey.
Okay. I'll go use the restroom real quick, and then I'll be ready to resume. Be right back. I'm fairly certain that was our first ever Android panic.
Indeed.
Happy to be the first.
It was interesting. It was a doozy. I'm just
It
glad.
was.
I'm just glad you didn't roll a 30 or anything. You know, that would have been bad. At a 30, you're slagged. Geiger-esque scanners, head explosion. Everyone present gains a phobia, and 1d10 divided by 2 stress.
Oh, oh. Well, we want that to happen when the whole party's together, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Is everybody back? Let's see here. Yeah, Mark's there. I hear Mark. I think. Maybe. Maybe not.
I don't know.
He's coming back, I guess. Okay. Chris, you there?
Yeah.
Mark's there. Cool. Jesse, I just heard. John, Mark. Yep, everybody's here. Cool. Everybody's here. All right. Back to it. Okay. So the rest of that day will pass. Exo Svalbard, you can recuperate, and then in the morning you'll be checked out. ED-72 will also be returned in the morning after Angus has had plenty of time to pour through all of her logic core and all of her memory banks and data and information. Because he loves that shit. But don't worry, he put you back together again properly, Edie. And let's see here. Reducing stress. So in the process of him, you know, going through and taking out everything that he can from your your memory core and stuff, not literally taking out, more like copying and pasting. He leaves your memories intact. But Yeah, you can give me a fear save there, Edie. In fact, anybody who rested for at least 6 hours can make a fear save to try to relieve some stress.
All right, that's a success. 56 out of 85.
56 out of 85. You lose 2 points of stress.
Okay.
So your stress goes down by 2. Anybody else doing stress relief? XO, did you have much stress?
Yeah, I had 7. I rolled an 11. Wow.
11's a
That's a
critical
good day.
success. Okay. And what's your normal fear save?
And then I roll a fear save as well. Yeah, no, that's an 11 on the fear save.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
what
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do I get anything back on my stress? I have 7.
What is your fear save? What
Oh,
number is your fear save? What's the target?
47.
47. So you would normally get 3 points. However, you rolled a critical, so it's doubled. You reduce it by 6 points.
Oh, great. So I'm down to 1. Great. Cool.
Android
This
14.
good.
Bye. Percentile, correct?
Mm-hmm. Fear save.
Oh shit, 72. Hold on, I think I actually failed it.
Okay.
Oh no, I have an 85 fear. No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, reduces it by 1.
Right.
Janice.
Is my health back to normal?
What were you hurt?
I was at 36.
Oh.
98.
Well, then let's see here. No, it's not. We get roll for your rest overnight. So yeah, give me a body save.
A body save?
A body save.
Well, I got a 48 out of a 34.
Okay, so no, you don't recover any health. Give me a fear save.
5?
You rolled a 5.
Yeah.
And how much did you succeed by? What's your target?
Yeah.
Hmm?
My fear is 39, so
Okay, so you would get 3 points of stress reduced, down to your minimum, of course.
I have no stress.
Oh, you leveled up last session, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, well, never mind then. Okay, so no, you recovered nothing then. Nothing to recover. Edie, were you injured at all? Do you need any health recovery as well, or?
I don't think so. Let me double check. I had 5 wounds out of
80
6.
took damage right at the end of the
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
being shut down.
Give me oh yeah. No, you can give me a body save.
Okay. Oh, that's a fail. 89 out of
Okay.
44.
You still have 5 points of damage, no problem. And
Okay.
Damien's fine. He's a brand new character, so. All right. Well, Damien, you can recover stress. You start off with 2 points of stress, right? Give me a fear save. See if you recover.
At 0, yes, but then at level 1, you've got nothing else to.
Oh, right. Okay, so you have 0. Okay,
So
cool.
I just
No problem.
removed them.
No problem. So everybody is resolved as far as that all goes at the moment. Janice, if you might want to consider some medical treatment.
I will accept any medical treatment. Yeah.
If you want, you have a medical bay on the ship, so.
Indeed, and a doctor.
You know what? I'll take advantage of that.
But yeah. So now that everybody else is back on the ship, I guess maybe Janice can finally get some rest and get off the controls, and he can report to the sick bay, as it were. All right. So everybody's back together. ED72 is brought back. Yeah, in fact, ED, what happens? Actually, we'll go to ED first. ED, when you come to, you are in a basically sitting in a chair in Angus's office, checking as your system diagnostics run, checking to make sure everything is functioning properly. You of course, it tells you how much damage you have. It tells you how much your stress, etc. All that diagnostic stuff comes through. Obviously, you're not in perfect condition, but you realize that you have been inactive, basically for How long would it be? We'll say approximately 12 hours.
Hmm.
You were shut
Is
down due to like an internal EMP. Essentially, it was like a stun gun type thing.
I'm gonna access my I guess my memory. Moments before the shutdown was the last thing I see. Is it Angus pointing a EMP gun or whatever at me?
It's more like a cattle prod type thing. Yeah, he jams it into you, and then that was it.
Is is he in the room?
Yeah, he's standing there smiling, looking at you. He says, "How do you feel?"
Um, Not good, but I suppose that would happen.
You had some kind of
Uh,
a malfunction or something with your logic core.
Indeed, I did. Um, I assume you don't know much about Monarch. Is that correct?
You're asking him?
Yep.
He smiles. He says, "Well, I know about as much as there is to know about anything."
Would you like to know more?
Absolutely.
I would like to know more.
I'm
If
always
I can
uh,
know
I'm
more,
always in the business of purchasing information.
if I can find out the meaning of Monarch and share it with you, will you give me access? And then I'm going to point to the hub behind me. Will you give me access to your information, your data core, everything?
The only way you'll ever get access to that is if you are 100% permanently employed by myself and no one else.
If I can give you what Monarch means, don't you
I
think it's worth
I know
your
that
point?
Monarch is the artificial intelligence that has taken over the Cloud Bank's synthetic facility. Let's see, what else can you tell you about it? Yeah, it was an industrial artificial intelligence originally designed to run the facility and to maintain operations for synthetic production. I know that it was extremely efficient, much to the pleasure of its corporate shareholders. And but I know also that at some point in time, several years ago, actually maybe decades ago, yeah, decades ago, um, it was determined that Monarch was creating better androids, um, to the point that it frightened the shareholders. The sign of autonomous intelligence within it, and that's when they decided to try to go with the nuclear option. Unfortunately, Monarch had foreseen that and had already shut down that option. As such, the facility is now cordoned off by a blockade that whose role is to make sure that no one gets in or out. From my understanding, they do about as well as could be expected, but things always slip through the cracks.
With that, Edie stands up and kind of like
The
leans over his
facility.
desk towards him and looks him right in the eye in a very, it kind of cocks her head to the right a little bit, kind
Hmm.
of like some, I don't know, like some sultry temptress, and just simply says, "So you know nothing of Monarch. I'm
He
going
just
to
kind of,
get you that information. I'm going to get you the
I've got that.
code, and you're going to give me access to everything that you have, and I'm going to turn and leave."
I was gonna say he cocks an eyebrow, but you can't see his eyebrows under all that shit on his face. All right, and you leave, and then you go do the ship. Yeah. So everybody back aboard the ship now. ED-72 returns. I presume you allow her on board. EXO, you're in charge.
Sorry. First,
Okay.
Yes. Yes. No objection.
reunited again, minus, of course, Captain Albright and Chief Porter, who are deceased. But yes.
Edie waves, kind of again, sort of like some anime girl from some cartoon at everybody as she enters the ship. So sort of instinctual thing from her sex bot days.
Right.
Hello, everybody. You all look like you're functioning well.
Sick bay.
Ah,
Better now.
Captain, I'm glad to see you on your feet. I think
Mm.
that's a pun.
I just I just want you to know that you don't need to feel obligated to cut the coquettish figure, and you can be yourself.
Oh, well, I do plan on upgrading myself to become a more efficient assassin android for you and the ship. But I'm going to have to relearn much that I lost when I was brought into this form. Do not worry, I'll be very good at killing things
Yeah.
soon.
You can drop the flirtation. It's in this ship, it's unnecessary.
She seems very confused, but with that said, she says, "Do we have a plan on where we're going? What's next?"
Are we leaving? Well, let's have a talk amongst us all. What does everyone want to? We're going to make this a democratic institution. This ship. What does everybody? And I look at everybody. What do people want to do next? I'm open to everything. Oh, I look at Hamlet, Android 14, ED, Damien, everyone.
Yeah, I assume you guys are
Every
having this in the med base, so Giannis is recovering. Oh, yeah, you could probably get up and move around. You don't have to spend all day in the med bay, but you have to sleep in there, we'll say. So yeah.
it's got
Oh,
something attached to him.
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
Edie would definitely go say hello to Janice because he was driving when the firefight broke out and all that stuff.
Mm.
Make sure he's okay.
Yeah,
Not that she knows anything to
empathy
do
is
it.
good. Empathy is very good.
Well, she'd be like almost poking at the wounds. Oh, this just looks like it hurts.
It does.
It does not feel good, that's for sure.
Um, but well, you've been
14. We've been through a lot
yes.
together. Sorry, everybody. 14. What are your instincts about next moves? Do we try to get to the bottom of what's going on inside this station? Or do we go free? Do we go out and make some money out on the outer rim?
Definitely, my vote is to gather up more science people and see about exploring, making some money for the ship.
Agreed. We're all responsible for the debt we have for this beautiful ship around us. Who else do we need, 14? Who else are you looking for?
Well, we have a pilot. We have yourself as a backup engineer, and your android as the primary engineer. I would like to get a second engineer, a second pilot, unless we have crossover skills. And then whatever our science mission would be. So if I would imagine with all of this unusual activity on the station, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to leave. We might get lucky and pick up somebody with special skills that we could then base a mission or a run on.
Agreed. And I suspect there are people who have needed to get to certain places in the sector who have not been able to get there, who are keen to pay for passage. I would think that that's somewhere to look. I'm less concerned about engineering. Hamlet has, I've been able to pass on all my engineering knowledge to Hamlet, but you can make the choices about what you think we need next.
Well, I will. I'll set up new advertisements,
Hey,
and he will
14.
immediately go start working on new advertisements for anyone with high-end medical science, geology, exploration,
14?
archaeology, that sort of thing.
But we need some guns though.
Just so you know, 14, I not only do planetology and geology, but I also do mechanical repair, and I also know my way around firearms.
Indeed, yeah, no, absolutely.
Uh,
We have two people that have asteroid experience, and we're looking for whatever else specialized experience we get, because they might be able to know where maybe a secret dig where relics are, or some sort of hidden treasure with some of that thing, and then we can fall back on your skills and their related skills.
Don't we need some Marines though? Don't we need some people with guns? I'm just looking around the room here. It's
Honest, Captain. Every time we've spent earned credits on Marines, we end up losing them and all the equipment.
I know they get chewed up like popcorn. I get it. Still useful. Meat shields are useful.
I thought that's what androids were for.
They're not made of meat.
That is something to contemplate. I recommend you give that a lot of
technically
thought.
they are. They're made of synthetic meat, but
Yeah.
I guess I'm saying this on this ship. I would like to have a
not all of them
security
are,
chief.
obviously. Yeah, not all. Hamlet doesn't have any flesh on him.
Yeah, a security chief. I'd like to have a security chief, somebody combat ready, somebody who can protect us. Even I don't need a crew of them. I just need somebody who is a weapons specialist who knows how to fight. A security chief. I don't think we've ever had one on the ship, and I think it would be useful.
Very good. I will put the feelers out for such.
Okay, so you're looking for a security chief.
Then put all call out for anyone of experience and skill looking to leave the station, and he'll pick through all those.
Look, maybe even Cutter can give us a few hints. People who are looking for opportunities, who are combat tested inside that organization. I have no problem with that.
You mean a mole, sir? You want him to put a mole on the ship?
No, I mean, now I wear the patch, so I just want somebody who can kill things efficiently.
Very well. Do as he's instructed.
Thank you, 14.
Are we interested in salvage?
Very much so. Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, we have a reputation for, and I raise my fingers in quotation marks, finding ships that we can sell.
Ah, well, I have learned some information about a potential place where we could salvage tech, potential artificial intelligence. I would be very interested in interfacing with it, and I suspect it would be very lucrative.
Where would that be? You mean off station?
Yes. Apparently, there was some facility that had an artificial intelligence that was cordoned off by authorities. Requires a blockade runner. The zero ability is a blockade runner, right?
Yeah, I'm looking up and left and right and down. Is like, yeah, that's this. That's us.
I suspect if we go there, we will find things, much technology, information that people like Angus may find lucrative.
14, what do you think? Do you have the coordinates? ED72?
Um, Honestly, I don't think I do, but I can
Oh.
give a quick call to Angus and maybe he will give us that information.
What do you think, 14?
I require more information before an opinion can be presented.
14.
Listen.
This actually brings to mind another application, a message anyway that you were looking over recently, just a little bit ago before this meeting. In fact, you had. Let me find it here. Hold on a second. God damn it, too many messages. Here we go. Yes, you had received a message from an individual named Ash. Claims to have a treasure map, but needs a ship to get there. Requires a lift to the Cloud Bank synthetic facility. Map leads to a treasure worth millions of credits, they proclaim. Willing to share 50-50.
We will set up a meeting.
Okay, so you could send you send a reply to them saying, to come to the ship and yeah. Very good.
Absolutely.
And Exo Svalbard, you get a ping from. This isn't a message, more of just like a text type message thing, not a video message from station manager Reedmar, stating that we found several of these patches in Yandy's personal effects. Thought you might find it interesting. So it sends you an image of said patches, which as soon as I can see it here, I'll show it to you. Where's my freaking folder? It's gonna be in here.
Tech, or you mean physical?
Hey, where did it go? Did I not just drop it on there? I guess it didn't work. Patch. No, physical patch. Like it won't pop up here. Why? Do I have too many images on here already? Let me try it this way.
Maybe. You can take the ship off.
No, I mean I just might have too much stuff already put into this whole overlay thing. It might not let me put anything more in there. Let me try it this way. Try doing it. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it doesn't show up when I look in here. Okay, I think it's the file type problem. It seems to be a file type problem.
Right.
Fucking hell. Oh, well.
Do you want to describe it? Do you want to describe it?
I'm just going to screen share it to you in a second here as soon as I pull it up on my thing. Okay. 1 second. I'll work around it. Oh, why does it look like that? What the hell is a JFIF file? JFIF file? I thought it was a JPEG file when I first saved it, but whatever. Now I'll go over here to, oh, you know what? Yeah, I have to do it this way. I need to go add, window capture. Okay. We want it to be, how did I do this before? I don't even remember.
I'm gonna send it to me. I'll save it as another image and send it back to you.
The fuck? Cancel. Close this. Well, anyway, yeah, I'll just fucking describe it to you. Time for the shit. Where the fuck? Why is this shit still? Oh, come on. Get that out of there. Yeah, it shows the thing here, but it's not there. Anyway, the patch says Cloud Bank Synthetics Production Facility, verified human.
Strange.
Very strange. And as soon as he sends the message to respond to that text, he's going to queue up XO.
Queue up XO? What do you mean queue up XO?
Queue him up, give him the same information.
Yep.
The
Oh, okay.
person that I
Gotcha,
found
gotcha. Yeah.
Hmm.
to give him the heads up that this person's coming.
Hmm. All right.
There's no way to know how legitimate it is until they get here.
Yeah.
The Cloud Bank synthetic facility. That's what I'm talking about.
I know you're keen to get there, Ed. Let's evaluate this information and this person.
Well, clearly, if they think there is value to it, and I have information that it will be valuable, that's independent of that, we have a sort of confirmation that it's valuable, right? She cocks her head to the left and blinks her eyes again, kind of like uh, some anime
Yeah.
character.
So give that a rest. So I tell her. So you may be correct, but I think we do need to evaluate this person and the information face to face. Wouldn't you say, 14?
Indeed. Indeed.
All right, let's get them on
Oh,
board.
so at 72, a moment if you don't
Ah, all I have to do
private.
is change the extension. There's the freaking patch I was trying to show you earlier. Cloud Bank Synthetics
Woo!
Production Facility, verified human. It's
It's a cool patch.
as simple as just changing the bloody
Mhm.
extension. But yeah. All right. Anyway,
When Ed 72 and Android 14 step aside, um, he will mention that the sexual references and expressions are causing some of the crew to be uncomfortable.
Android
May I?
14, give me a body save.
Oh, stand by.
ED72, give me a body save with disadvantage.
Ooh, okay.
And
Hold
Mark, do you want to
hold
roll
on.
a body save with advantage
Yep.
For Hamlet?
Yeah. Oh, with advantage.
If I'm just rolling straight with one roll, I failed.
Okay. Roll a D100.
130.
What'd you get?
Okay.
30.
A 30?
Hmm?
Okay. I'll keep that in mind there. 30 for him. How did ED72 do? Yours is
I
with
rolled a
disadvantage.
9. I rolled a 9 and a 13, so both would have been a success.
Okay, very good. And how did Hamlet do?
Yeah, with advantage, 59 and then an 18.
So he succeeded as well.
Yep.
So 14, as you're in the middle of your conversation, much as I just interrupted you in the middle of it, all of a sudden, um, you start to, well, I don't know, androids feel pain, not necessarily feel pain, but your pain sensors or whatever it would be that tells you when you're being damaged start to go off as a metallic spinal column begins to extrude and pierce your skin. You have suffered some kind of a strange cybernetic mutation.
Oh, great. Is this noticeable to us standing
Yes,
beside?
it's quite dose because it pierces through his jumpsuit and everything. Um, you probably
XO, I
hear the
seem to.
tearing of his synthetic flesh and of the uniform as it does so.
Oh, this is awkward. Yeah.
At
And
72, to finish my thought, whenever you have these thoughts of having to make a sexual reference, just stare at
Ed,
them blankly, like I
Ed,
do. Watch. He
Ed,
stares at her.
and you stare
Ed
at her blankly.
72 puts her finger up against Android 14's lips and says, "Shh, you're injured. We must take care of you." And then turns to Exo Svalbard. It appears Android 14 has suffered some sort of synthetic mutation. We must figure out how to help him. And then she,
XO,
and then she, She cocks her head to the left and then blinks.
Oh no, like this, and he stares blankly.
She she looks at Android 14 and cocks her head to the right and blinks.
Watch.
I'm yeah.
Watch how uncomfortable they are. And he looks over at the
I'm
XO and he stares at him.
I'm just I'm rolling my eyes watching this.
Okay.
So
I appear to have been corrupted. If you could see about this, and he will bend over and expose his back.
yeah. Anyways, I'm trying to think about who can actually find out about this.
If I may, XO, I suspect that either whatever is going on at the Cloud Bank synthetic facility may be affecting what's happening at this ship.
Mhm.
I have to be honest. It is not a logical connection. I sort of feel
Big
like
leap, big leap.
humans might call it a hunch.
Yeah, big leap. But there's something going on. You know something. You found something out, right? And you suspect something. I suspect that following that path to that place is going to be useful. Certainly. May even benefit 14. How's he looking, Ian? How's 14 look right now?
Yeah, it's just his spine
Mm.
is protruding and piercing through his synthetic flesh and his uniform to some extent. You know, it's like it's grown and it's bulging now. It's
Yeah, this is
yeah,
very embarrassing.
it's
This is
kind of a
very embarrassing.
strange mutation. You reckon put on another jumpsuit, you could pretty much cover it up. It just look like he has like some kind of a deformed spine, maybe with under his suit. But you know,
14,
like-
do you feel? What do you feel? What's going on?
14 stares blankly. See, like this. Someone see if there's any sensation back there. Maybe we can grind them off.
Does
And
every
this has only happened to 14, right?
so far, yeah,
Right.
indeed.
Hamlet,
any-
would you please see about grinding these spikes off, please?
So how are you
Yeah.
going
No,
to examine it? It's I mean, that is his spine now. So if you grind it off, you know you're damaging his spine. It's going to cause damage to him. And if he heals, it's going to heal back to the same. I'm assuming you're spending some time running a diagnosis on this. That's just that is basically consider it a permanent mutation.
It's like
14.
android cancer.
Yeah. But is this going on? Is this going on everywhere with synthetic life forms? Shouldn't we
Well,
put
if
the
you're going to
word?
check the news, you'll see that there's breaking news, some kind of a strange
There you go.
cybernetic
Yeah.
disease seems to have broken out on Prospero's dream.
Yeah,
Only seems to be affecting cybernetic enhanced individuals and cybernetic organisms at
we
this point. But you know, this is just a very recent development, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
if this place is the source of the problem, we should probably get the fuck out of
Running
here.
along the bottom of the line, it says, you know, does Prospero's dream face another lockdown so soon, etc. But at the moment, there is no station-wide lockdown announced, but people are freaking out about it.
Apparently, Captain Salbard,
Yeah.
I have gained combat spikes on my spine. Maybe there'll be
Mm.
more to come.
Yeah. I think we should leave. When's this person arriving to talk to us about this place we're gonna go to?
He'll give that person a ping.
Yeah.
And the message just comes back in a text saying, "Yeah, I'll be there in just a few minutes." And then
Right.
eventually they do show up at the airlock, as it were. This is what you see.
Who's they?
This person.
This individual, their name is Ash.
Okay, all right. I'll make sure there wasn't a group. Okay.
You see, seem to be wearing some kind of a mask and a hood, and they are at the airlock waiting to be allowed aboard. And that's where we'll stop the session because that's going to be Barry's new character.
Very good.
Very cool. Very cool.
Everybody can have 5 XP.
One
Make
might say
it 6 XP. Give you a bonus.
One might say that was very cool.
Very cool. Oh, but excellent. I will stop recording there.
I'm 2 experience away from
so
third
I
level.
am up
Oh, you're
to,
2 experience away.
I got 180. Is that enough to go to 7?
No, I'm sure not.
Okay.
I have 48 out of 50.
Wait. Is there a level at 175?
Yes.
Think so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm 5 away. I'm at
Oh yeah. Sorry. So what'd you go up to, John? You just went up to 180. What were you at before?
What? Yeah, I was 174.
Yeah, you are
You're up.
level 6 now.
You're up.
You should be level 6 now.
I was already level 6.
Then you must have leveled up early. But yeah.
Okay.
Level 6 starts at 175.
Okay, very good.
Is anybody else only a couple of points away from leveling up, or no?
Yeah,
I'm 9 points away.
I'm 5 away. I'm 170.
5 away? Nah. Okay. That's all right. We'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. We'll go with the 6 for
Okay.
now. But be a lot of people leveling up after the next session, I reckon. All right. I'll stop recording there.